Hey, welcome to my channel. My name is Heather, and this is the Fluffy Oracle. What's up, all my beautiful loves? All right, this is going to be what's coming for you for the rest of June, because we are in the middle of the month, technically. So I'm a little bit late doing the monthly because someone asked me to do a monthly reading for the month of this month. So I pulled a bunch of cards, and we are going to get into this and see what you have to look forward to for the rest of this month, starting from today on till the rest of June and the 1st of July. Or at least the beginning half of July. From what I'm feeling from some of these cards, I feel like some of this will dip over into July, but we will see. So for your options, we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. All the cards look alike. Please take as much time as you need to choose wisely and choose carefully for which pile draws to you the most, whether it be 1, 2, or even all of them. It doesn't matter. Pick as many as you like. There will be messages in all of them for you, for whichever ones that you are drawn to the most. As usual, timestamps will be down below in the description box for your convenience, as well as in the first comment for my mobile users. And also, if you would like to book any private personal readings with me, my website information for that will be down below as well in the description box, so please feel free to check that out as well. And I will see you in just a sec at your pile. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 1, let's get into your messages. So for the rest of June into July, what do we have to start with? We have End, Empowered, Wall, Courage, Knowledge, and Isis Inspiration. So I feel like with Wall and End, I feel like those two are connected. I feel like some of you may have hit a wall or a slump recently with some things that you've been going through lately, whether it be with your career and finances or just in general life overall. You feel like you're not sure exactly which way to go or which way is up and what to do from this point. You kind of feel a little bit stuck. So I feel like taking some time to kind of take a second and take a step back and kind of go within a little bit. I feel like it'll give you a chance to kind of think about all the lessons and things that have been going on right now in order to have inspiration to get past this wall, this blockage, and it'll also give you the courage and the strength as well to move forward from it, and the energy as well. And then I also feel like once you're able to get past this, you'll be able to receive what it is that's coming in for you, instead of kind of blocking yourself off from receiving any gifts that need to come in any abundance as well. And I feel like taking this time when you're going within to kind of listen to your intuition is what's going to help you the most as well. And I'm going to go ahead and read these cards as well to you for those who like to listen to the messages that are actually on the card, in case there's any extra messages that may come through for you at this time. So for the receive card, it says, you are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others. But now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. So kind of trying to go with the flow and stop blocking yourself and getting in your own way of receiving your own abundance, and kind of being open to receiving what's supposed to come in for you. And I feel like some of you, there's somebody that's reaching out to help you, but I kind of feel like you're kind of missing the opportunity somehow from having this negative downward spiral of thoughts, and it's kind of blocking you from seeing that person offering their hand out saying, here, I'm here to help you. I also feel like they could be right in front of your face for some of you, but it's just hard to see because things have been so crazy lately is what I get with that. So for the listen card, it says, you have to be willing to listen if you want to really understand someone. Now is not the time to be offering advice, but to be a compassionate listener. To listen fully and intently means to pay attention, not just to what's being said, but to what lies but to what lies beneath the words. So if someone's giving you some kind of much needed advice, even though it may kind of feel like it's triggering something within you, I feel like taking a minute and a step back to actually listen and hear what they're saying might actually help you to move forward and to get past this wall. Because I feel like things have been so frustrating for you that it's very hard for you to see the way forward, because these people's eyes are closed, her eyes are closed. This is the only one eye that is open. So I feel like there's going to be an eye-opening moment for you when you're able to take a step back and kind of listen and take in the value of what this person is saying to you or what's being said around you. Because if it's something that's triggering you emotionally, I feel like that's what's also blocking you from going forward. So we have Death in the Maiden, which reads invasion, boundaries violated, dominance. And then we have Strange Valentine, Love is Strange. So with these two cards, I feel like with some of you in a relationship, I feel like you need to kind of draw the line where your boundaries are, what you will and what you won't tolerate. And I also feel like some of you will be meeting someone who is very unexpected this week as well. Kind of like an opposites attract. And what's funny is that the numbers kind of go together because it says 27 and 28. So it might actually happen in that order, but it also might actually go backwards as well for some of you for the rest of this month with someone new coming in, for some of you who are single out there. For those of you who are in a relationship, I feel like the person in your relationship might kind of be pushing their limits with you and kind of almost being a little too overbearing and a little too controlling as well in your relationship. So I feel like drawing the line is going to be what's most needed. And then we have I am Kali. Death from death comes rebirth. Ugh, I can't read today. I'm just so excited. So whatever is no longer serving you is going to be falling away as well. And I feel like Kali is here to help you with that. And she is kind of clearing out the old and ushering in the new, especially for some of you who are kind of releasing old heartaches as well, who have just kind of like separated from being in a relationship with someone. Because I feel like that relationship kind of like took a turn and you had to kind of make a decision because they were someone who was just too much and too demanding, and it was just something that pushed you away, I feel. And then we have autumn is my last chance. Please don't lose hope. So I feel like for some of you out there who may be losing hope with trying to get around whatever's going on with you over these next few weeks, I feel like there is still hope. It's just going to take a little while, and it's going to feel like there isn't, but there really is. And it's going to take you kind of taking a minute to really think about stuff and kind of put into action the lessons that you've learned and the wisdom that you have, because I'm really attracted to the apple. And the apple to me is a symbol of kind of wisdom and knowledge. And I feel like it's going to take you kind of putting a lot of thought and effort and a little bit extra work into getting around this wall and through any situations where you may be feeling stuck. We have Angel of Alchemy with Miracle. I feel like there's definitely going to be a miracle. For some of you, it may be at the last minute. For some of you, it may be way before the last minute, and that it'll be an unexpected occurrence, but nonetheless, it will still be a miracle coming in for you and a blessing in disguise for some of you. The Mermaid of Immersion, complete commitment. So whatever it is that you're doing for the rest of this month, I feel like it's going to take total and complete commitment in order to push through and in order to bring things in for you that need to be finished as well with projects. And then we have little brother, little sister, siblings, younger friends, responsibility. I feel like with this complete commitment, I feel like you may need a little bit of help from your friends and some coworkers as well. If this is a work situation to get projects completed, I feel like if you are kind of trying to, for some of you, if you're writing a book, I feel like there's pressure on a deadline to get something done. So it's going to take complete and total commitment to get that done and to push through. Even if you have a writer's block, I feel like if you take a second and you look over what you've written and you kind of like see how everything's flowing. I feel like that'll jumpstart your creativity flow again, and that you'll be able to get through that writer's block with the wall. We have, you've attracted wonderful news. So I feel like that blessing in disguise is definitely going to be some wonderful news coming in for you very soon for some of you. And I feel like it will be through email and text for some. And for others, I feel it will be a face-to-face communication. And it will be a total blessing in disguise, kind of like a very auspicious time. And I feel like it's definitely going to come out of, like, Spirit is definitely sending you something, because I'm really attracted to the dragonfly, and because dragonflies bring in a lot of messages from Spirit, I feel like you'll also be receiving some messages from Spirit, like ideas and aha moments as well, as part of those messages and the wonderful news that may be coming in for you. So for some guidance, we have be true to yourself, tune out distractions, and count your blessings so far. So with counting your blessings, take into account and be grateful for all the things that you do have and not the things that you don't have. So that way you can concentrate on the things that you do and multiply your blessings and your abundance. And then we have, for the tune out distractions, I feel like that goes with the complete commitment. Settling down and kind of really focusing and pushing through, but also remaining true to yourself and not kind of wavering with any kind of distractions or people trying to put their own 2 cents in and saying, hey, you should be this way or you should do things that way. If you don't feel comfortable with doing things the way that they suggest, by all means, stay true to yourself. Do it the way you feel would best suit you and how you would get things done best as well. So we have change tracks and ask with sincerity. So if you are in need of help with getting through finishing stuff and projects, or kind of just even getting a new job in general, for some of you, I feel like reaching out and kind of networking through your friends to say, hey, are there any openings where you're working? Can you help me out? Would you mind being a reference for me? Change things up a little bit. Look for things in odd places and different directions. Something that's out of the norm is what I keep hearing for you guys. Kind of going outside of your comfort zone, stepping outside of the box and thinking outside of the box is going to be what's needed for the next couple of weeks as well. We have Goddess of the Unknown. A new chapter of your life is around the corner. Remove fear and embrace the unknown. So definitely stepping out of your comfort zone is going to be something that's going to be a major player over the next couple of weeks, and kind of stepping into something new and something that you're not really quite used to, at least not yet, and something that's not your normal is going to be what's called for. But honestly, it's also going to take a lot of self-commitment and being honest with yourself and making sure that this is truly what you want and how you want to go about it. We have Angel of Soul Love. Time to look at how you value yourself. Issues of self-love. So I feel like taking some time to really put things into perspective about what it is that makes you truly happy over these next few weeks is going to be very needed as well. And then for the last card, we have God of Reflections. The qualities you see in others are simply your own reflections. So your environment reflects back to you what's going on within you, with your vibrational state. So if you are able to slow down enough and take a look at things going on around you, you might be able to get a clearer view of things that are going on and how you can go about kind of changing things up and changing things for the better and seeing where you can correct things, and also kind of make a game out of it a little bit with kind of, when you notice little things, if you don't like something, you can change that and see how it goes. Like if you make a small change here and a small change there, see how it goes over the next few days. Like, I was watching another awesome reader, and I can't remember exactly who it was, but if I do remember who it was, I'll go back and I'll link them down below. But they said during one of their readings where if you don't complain for 3 days, see how it actually helps make small little changes, and notice how it makes those changes if you stop complaining about something or worrying or stressing out about something for at least 3 days, just kind of as like an experiment. So I think that'll be really, really good. Okay, I think Okay, it was Truth Tarot. I will link her channel down below because I just found her and she's really awesome. I really like listening to her readings, and I think she's worth checking out. So, that being said, these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that these messages do help you. So, I will see you guys next time. Have a blessed one and know that I love you. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 2, let's get into your messages for the rest of June and into July for the first couple of weeks. So we have Shield, Okay, Wizard, Victory, Success, Strength, and Trust. So with Shield and Okay, I feel like some of you have been feeling very, very guarded lately and will feel a need to feel guarded over the next coming weeks, but I want you to know that Spirit is giving you the thumbs up and telling you that everything is going to be okay and that everything will work out just fine, because you have quite an amazing strength with power of manifestation with the Wizard card. I feel like some of you are very strong manifestors out there, especially with the Strength card. I feel like it's one of your major strengths, and I feel like you guys have a lot of success, especially with staying on target and manifesting sometimes exactly what it is you want the way you want it. Especially with the Victory card, I feel like there's a lot of victory and success with some of the manifestations that you have, and I feel like there's been something big that some of you have been working on, and I feel like there's going to be some success with that very soon for you. You just have to maintain trust and faith with Spirit and in the universe as well, and also as with yourselves, for bringing in this manifestation. Not that I really have to tell you to do that, because the fact that you guys are such strong manifestors, for some of you who have chosen this pile, I feel like it's almost like as easy as snapping your fingers for sometimes. And then others, it gives you a little bit of a challenge, but it is what it is. What's life without a little bit of a challenge, you know? Seriously. Sometimes it's good that way. Keeps you on your toes. Keeps you really kind of trying to push forward and keep that momentum going. So we have Angel of Communication. Communicate clearly. Don't be afraid to tell it like it is. So this month you're going to have to speak up or forever hold your peace. But when you do speak, make sure that you say exactly what it is that's on your mind and speak the truth. And I feel like the truth is, from what I hear, the truth will set you free. So don't hold back, but be as honest and authentic as you possibly can this month or over the next couple of weeks. We have Angel of Families. The angels surround both you and your family at the moment. So if some of you have been worrying about your families and kind of like trying to figure out how you're gonna, for some of you, I hear some of you have been struggling with paying your bills. I know I have a little bit here and there, but that's neither here nor there. I'm still doing okay. And they want you to know that everything will be okay, especially with taking care of your families. I feel like some of you really worry about struggling to take care of them and kind of wondering where your next meal or next paycheck may come from for some of you. And I know that's a little bit hard to say and a little bit hard to hear, but if that's the truth, then something needs to be faced. But know that everything will be okay. Everything will work out the way it should and as it needs to. But do whatever it is that you feel it needs to be done in order to take care of your family. Be honest with yourselves and kind of think about things logically and not very pessimistically. Because as I was saying before with the manifestation powers, you can bring this stuff in. You just have to kind of worry a little bit less. And I know how hard that can be, because worrying less about your families and worrying about the bills and all that is one of the most stressful things that you can possibly have in life sometimes. So we have God of Indulgence. Be careful with what you're doing with your money. Try not to overspend or overindulge. Try not to try not to overspend either on certain things that you really don't need at the time. Like, get exactly what you need, and then also make sure that you've paid your bills off first. And then look at how much money you have left after that. And then you can kind of indulge in the niceties and keeping up with the Joneses and all that. Just be wary of your financial situation. They're just asking you to keep that in mind. That's all they're doing. So for the God of Indulgence card, it reads, it's all right. Stop beating yourself up. A little indulgence in balance is healthy. So, take care of what needs to be taken care of first, and then do the indulging after. That way, it's more of a reward instead of an indulgence. Kind of use it as a way to de-stress and decompress, as a reward system for yourself for making sure everything is taken care of, and that way you worry less and you stress less, and that will help bring your manifestations into fruition a lot easier and a lot faster for you. For some of you who have been stressing out where something feels like it's taking forever in order to get through, I know that I need to kind of probably take and listen to this reading myself after, because I've been stressing quite a lot over certain things lately myself. So I'm in the same boat with you, and I know how you feel. So we have Elizabeth in the line. It's time to become a great leader. So kind of taking charge and maintaining strength and kind of being in the present is going to be what's asked for and what's needed for the rest of these next couple weeks. And then we have Deep Dark Sea Mermaid. Ugh. Find solutions in the unknown places in the darkness. So step out of your comfort zones, kind of think outside the box a little bit, but don't go crazy with it, because maybe that might shed a little bit of light on certain things and might help you with kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, is what I feel with that card. Your imaginary friend, childhood treasures resurface. So I feel like for some of you, someone from your past, like a childhood friend, is going to come back into your lives and kind of reconnect with you over these next few weeks. And I feel like they are there and coming back to kind of help you for a reason. And I feel like they are going to be like the little angel on your shoulder whispering in your ear and helping you out, because I'm really attracted to the cute dragon that's sitting next to her, kind of almost whispering in her ear. I'm like, that dragon is so cute. I'm like, oh, ADD. But anyway, Two Little Witches, magical space clearing time. So I feel like some spring cleaning, even though it's summertime, is going to be needed, like cleaning out your room, cleaning out wherever it is that you tend to relax. Some just a little light house cleaning, sometimes even a little bit of a deep clean, can help loosen things up and help you to kind of generate ideas and have aha moments and clearing out the cobwebs, so to speak, and kind of getting out of a funk and feeling kind of foggy headed may help you. But definitely some space clearing is going to be what's needed over these next couple of weeks. And also making room for new things and kind of decluttering allows for more abundance to pour in as well. So we have Lady with a Bosch egg. I'm like, am I saying that right? Ancient wisdom. So definitely aha moments with cleaning out the cobwebs, doing that space decluttering, and getting rid of things that no longer serve you is going to kind of help you have these almost very intuitive insights, is what I hear, and angelic messages coming in. I'm like, what am I getting? And then we have dried flower fairy. I'm like, ugh, tongue-tied here with the F's. Sweet memories. Sometimes thinking about the past can get you a little bit caught up and very distracted, I feel. But it can also be what's most needed as well in certain times with reminiscing. And I feel like kind of catching up on the past with your friend, because I'm really attracted to the butterfly wings and the butterfly wings in the fairy friend card. I feel like reminiscing on the past may also help you a little bit with moving forward and kind of going, oh yeah, I remember how we did XYZ, and that might actually be a solution for some of you. And it's like, that might actually work again. That same type of situation might actually help you out again from the past with reminiscing. So we have Dress of Alchemy, release your power. So by tapping into these old memories and kind of thinking about the past and allowing those aha moments to kind of come in, I feel will help you to release some of the pent up old energy and also kind of bring in new blessings as well. And I feel like it'll also give your manifestation abilities that much more of a boost. And then we have 33 and 11 because those are both master numbers, and I was really attracted to those, especially with the fact that it's around her crown chakra area. So I feel like definitely a lot of angelic wisdom coming in for some of you who are clairaudient, and I feel like some of you are going to be more heightened intuitively for the rest of this month as well, and receiving a lot of intuitive hits and a lot of intuitive messages and nudges. Listen to your intuition over these next few weeks, because that is going to help you get through any blockages and give you any kind of aha moments and extra abundance boost. Sorry, I got a little carried away there. I was like really excited about that. So we have Candy Cane Angel. It's time for a treat. So indulge yourself, but remember, moderation and balance is key. But definitely use it as a reward system for yourself, and that way it will help boost you through any times where you feel like you're struggling a little bit this month. We have self-love, and I'm going to read these cards as well for those who like to listen to the messages on the card, in case you guys get any extra messages on your own from these cards. So with self-love, I feel like self-care and self-healing and taking time to yourself is going to be helping you in the long run, especially with rejuvenating and giving you that little bit of energetic boost. We have now is the time to love, nurture, and heal yourself. Self-love is not simply a state of mind about feeling good. It's a state of appreciation for yourself that grows and matures from actions you take to support your body, mind, and soul. So with nurturing all those things within yourself, it's good for your soul, and it also helps you to shine through and have beautiful growth, especially with intuition and inspiration and passion. A child's love. The love between a parent and child is one of the most precious and deep connections we make during our time on earth. Children start out as part of us, and from their first cries, they establish themselves as the biggest part of our hearts. So, congratulations to some of you who are having babies this month, or who are finding out that they are pregnant for the first time. Congratulations. And even for those who are having their second, third, fourth, fifth, whatever, who just found out that they're pregnant this month, congratulations. For those of you who do not wish to become pregnant, we all know what we need to do. I'm not going to have to tell you, but regardless. And then also some of you will be kind of taking inspiration from either younger siblings, or if you work at a youth center, for some of you, I don't know why, but I feel like they are going to be your best friend in the world over the next couple of weeks. And I feel like you are kind of a big mentor and a big inspiration to them. So please be mindful of what you say and what you do around young minds. No need to really remind you guys of that, because I'm sure you already, put that into action, especially if you're working at a youth center. So if that makes sense for you, those were personal messages just for you. I feel like there's going to be a major influence with some children that are around you in your life, and I feel like one of them, even if there's a group of smaller children or younger kids or even teenagers in your neighborhood, and they happen to be walking by and talking about something they say, I feel is going to catch your attention, or even the music that they're listening to, or kind of I feel like some of them like to rap. I don't know why, but that's exactly what I'm getting. Some of the music that they listen to is going to trigger something within you as a message. So please be mindful and aware of that, and listen to everything that's going on and stay kind of in the present moment. And also, I feel like also be mindful of some of the music that you listen to around your children. I feel like some of that kind of affects them a little bit more than others, and it can be very impressionable upon them. But I also feel like it can be in a very good way as well. So, For some guidance for this month and some extra advice, we have shine your light. Don't be afraid to be who you are and be happy about it, and to actually indulge in being yourself and to be that guiding light, especially for children. Be that shining light, be that mentor, be their ray of hope is what I hear with that. Correct your mistakes. So if you find yourself doing something that you feel might not have been the best thing to do, you have a chance to correct whatever it is over the next few weeks. But don't beat yourself up over it, because the more you stress and the more you think about it and the more you beat yourself up over it, the more mistakes you could possibly make and kind of cancel out the correction of it, is what I get from that card. We have focus on success. You have 2 cards on success. So the more you focus on it, the more you think about it, and the more you stay in a positive, higher state of mind and vibrational state, the better off you will be. The more success you will have, the more victory you will have, and the more manifestation power you will have as well with the boost. Forgive and forget. If somebody has screwed you over the past couple of weeks, they're asking you to forgive and forget and to move on. And also, if you feel like you need to forgive and forget about something that you made a mistake on, please feel, it's okay to do that. The reason I feel like that is because these cards have the same exact pattern on them, and I feel like they could be very connected. Also, it's okay to ask for forgiveness from someone else as well. For those of you who may need to kind of work something out from the past, I feel like asking for forgiveness is fine, but understand that they may not forget either. People are easily willing to forgive, but they are not so easily willing to forget about things either. But it is what it is. That's just how things go. If someone comes and asks you for forgiveness because they've really, messed things up between the two of you, be willing to give them a chance and forgive them. But also, do not forget about what it is that they did in the past, because if you are wary about it and you have this odd intuitive feeling like they might, do something again, keep that in mind. Pay attention to patterns, which is another message that I'm getting from this with the patterns in the card, because of the fact that they're the same pattern. So pay attention to patterns, and for people's kind of behavioral patterns as well around you. But be okay with kind of forgiving them for any kind of mistakes that they've made now or in the past. And then we have rejuvenate. Lots of pattern being the same pattern. I'm like, that's just creepy. 3 cards with the same exact pattern from this deck. I'm like, that's just weird. But anyway, don't forget to take that time to yourself and rejuvenate and have that self-love. Sit, relax, take a nice hot bubble bath or a cool shower. Just take a little time to yourself and don't feel bad about it, because I feel like it's going to be much needed, and it will help you to relax and de-stress and decompress as well whenever you're having a rough day. So these are your messages. I do hope that you enjoyed this reading and that it does help you out for the next couple weeks. And if these messages resonated with you, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up. It does help the channel out, and leave a comment below and let me know how everything goes. Have a blessed one. Know that I love you, and I will see you guys next video. Alrighty, so for my loves who chose pile number 3, let's get into your messages. So we have trouble, grounded, miracle, health, prosperity, imagination, and passion to start off with. So right away, I feel like some of you have been having a lot of trouble getting grounded and staying grounded. And I feel like some of you have been kind of almost struggling a little bit with your meditations. But I feel like your imagination can sometimes, with the monkey brain, can also really have an effect on getting grounded and kind of staying focused during your meditations. But I feel like the more you work at it and the more passionate you are, the better off you will be, the easier it will become, especially if you're just starting off with it. And I feel like this is the best thing you could be doing for your health, because with meditation and getting grounded and staying grounded and relaxing, it helps you with depression, and it helps to keep you focused, and it kind of helps to keep you aware and present. And that is one of the miracles of meditations. Well, practicing meditation. And it also leads you to being and feeling a lot more happier and a lot more stress-free and more comfortable with things. And I feel like for some of you, there will also be some miracles coming up, like blessings in disguise for some of you, and it will lead you to a lot of abundance, or at least a good amount of abundance, whether it's monetary or like emotional wealth. I feel like for some of you, it'll be an equal balance of those. And I also feel like there might be some health miracles for some of you where you will feel better finally, like out of nowhere. Like, if some of you have been feeling kind of like crappy lately, I feel like there's some benefits and something that's coming up for you soon that's going to help you to feel a whole lot better. So we have Alice in the Sea of Tears. Cast away out of your depth and feeling abandoned. I feel like there's been a lot of emotional kind of like craziness lately for some people, because especially with having trouble getting grounded, I feel like your emotions kind of have almost overwhelmed you a little bit lately. And that's what's one of the reasons behind having a lot of trouble staying grounded and getting grounded, especially during meditation, trying to focus and bring everything back in. The emotional craziness of feeling one way and then all of a sudden another, like the turbulence of it, can be very unsettling. So just keep at it, keep trying, and eventually the waters and the emotions will calm. I promise you, they will calm. It's just going to take time to get there. I know how you feel because I've been feeling it myself, especially with the way the moon cycles have been lately. My emotions have been off the frickin' wall. Like, up, down, up, down. I'm done. I'm exhausted. Like, I just can't do it anymore for sometimes. But at the same time, I'm still trying. I'm still trying to keep my head, and I'm still getting into those meditative states as much as I possibly can, because it's what keeps me level-headed. It's what keeps me going. It's what keeps me stress-free as much as I possibly can. So we have Artemis of the Forest. Now you are independent and free. So having a very kind of like innocent and gentle approach to things lately is kind of being what's asked for and called for during this time, especially over the next few weeks, especially with being gentle towards yourself emotionally. I know that that turbulence can cause you to go inward and just spiral. So they're asking you to be more gentle with yourself, because I'm really attracted to our headpiece, because it's kind of wreaking havoc on your intuitiveness, and it's kind of messing with you so that you're not able to kind of see your blessings and receive your messages that you need to receive at this time. We have Little Red Riding Hood. I am not a victim. So they're asking you to kind of not place the blame on everything, including yourself. Because placing blame, I've always said this, when you point at someone, 3 little fingers point right back at you to be just as much as at fault. But they're asking you not to kind of go into that victimhood state of mindset. They're asking you to stay out of there, because once you get into that victim state of mindset, it gets you lost in the woods, and it gets you really turned around and really screwed up. You can't tell which way is out, which way is up, which way is down. And they're asking you to stay as focused and as present as you possibly can. I feel like some of you, if you have pets or animals, they are there to help you, and they are there to keep you aware and present and help you emotionally, because my dog has been very, very adamant about getting my attention and distracting me, especially when she sees when I'm upset and when I'm having a hard day. So please pay attention to that, and don't let yourself drift into that spiral. Don't go down that dark path. I promise you, it's not somewhere you want to be or where you want to go. We have Marie Masquerade. Glamour, intrigue, drama. Don't let yourself get caught up in people's drama at work, is what I hear with this immediately. Stay out of the gossip, and it will keep you out of trouble. And it will also help you to stay in check of your emotions, because if you drift into that gossip circle, it's going to mess with your head. And I feel like it's going to take you for a ride that you were not expecting as well over these next few weeks. So please be aware and mindful of that. We have Angel of Time, working too hard. Some of you, I feel like you have been working extremely hard trying to pull yourself out of a rut. And I feel like you're also working physically way too hard. Like, I feel like some of you have been exhausting yourselves to where you just are done and depleted at the end of the day. They're asking you to kind of take a step back. Work is still going to run and do what it's going to do because it's a machine. It does what it has to do. It continues to run with or without you. The cogs will still turn, but don't try and stress yourself with getting things done. Don't try and overdo things at work. Let things go as normal and function as normal as you possibly can. Don't feel like you have to do it all. Let others pick up the slack where you can't. You're only one person. You can do only just so much. There's other people that have worked there for a reason, not just you, my love. We have Grumpy Red Fairy. Be your true self. Don't be afraid to speak up for yourself and to kind of take charge of the situation around you. And I also feel like don't be afraid to take time for yourself, as well as what I hear with this, to relax and de-stress and decompress, especially from work. Don't overdo it. Make sure you have time to be yourself and to relax. Ghosts of the past. The past returns for a time. So for some of you, I feel like a friend or even an ex-lover for some of you will be coming back from the past, so please be aware of that. If you do not want them back in your life, don't be afraid to speak up and say what you need to say and to let them have it if you don't want them there. Also, for those of you who have a friend coming back from the past, I feel like this is a long time old friend from your childhood, and I feel like you guys will have a blast getting back together and reminiscing and catching up. We have Pink Lotus Fairy, a time for spirit. So, meditation, meditation, meditation. Making that time for yourself, taking that time out to just relax and go within and listen to what spirit has to share with you, and to let spirit guide you and kind of sway you into relaxation is going to be definitely needed the rest of these next couple of weeks, and something that will make you feel that much better and that much carefree more at work, so that you don't work so hard and so that you are not so stressed out. We have Angel of Guidance. A renewed sense of direction and purpose will soon manifest. So while you're in meditation, that is when this new sense of purpose and direction will begin to manifest itself. It will begin to come through your crown chakra and give you the aha moments and ideas that you least expect at the least expected moment. So please expect the unexpected. Angel of Vision. Someone is not revealing part of the story. Trust your feelings over what others say. So be mindful of that gossip circle, because they could be putting things out there that are not true and kind of making you look bad, especially if they're talking about somebody else at work. They're clearly talking about you as well when you're not there. So please be mindful of that. Please pay attention to that, and to kind of have this high buy mentality if that is what the intuitive hit is making you feel, like this kind of something is wrong, something's not sitting right with you. Pay attention to that intuitive nudge. I feel like some of you as well will be having visions during these meditations, and also that some of you will be having your third eyes finally open, which will give you psychic sight and visions. And I feel also, especially during dream time, I feel like some of you will be having more premonitions, so please pay attention to those and dream journal. We have Angel of Expression. Speak your truth and express yourself clearly. Don't be afraid to say what's on your mind and to speak up, especially if someone's kind of talking crap about somebody else and you don't like the fact that they're talking about them, because they're not there to defend themselves. We have Soul Solitude. I am going to be reading these cards in case you guys get extra messages from them. It says, your soul needs attention. There are moments when it's important to get away, not just from the noise of the outside world, but to find a place where your soul can experience peace and quiet, a place for soul solitude. This is a time to pause, a time to reflect, a time for you. So lots of going within and meditation. These next couple weeks are going to be what clears you out and gives you that clear vision. And what also helps your mind to kind of bring things in and kind of makes your mind work just a little bit, but it also gives you those aha moments in order to press forward, especially new ideas. For some of you, if you've been thinking about kind of new projects or wondering what's next or what else you could possibly do with certain things or what's going on in your life, any kind of new directions, this is what's going to help. Taking time to yourself, de-stress, de-noise, get someplace quiet so you can listen to spirit and then intuitive messages that are coming in for you. Hello from heaven. Your loved ones in the spirit world want to connect with you as much as you want to connect with them. They know you've been thinking of them, and they're sending you signs and symbols to show you how much they love you, to prove they're with you at this time. So taking that time can also allow you to see these symbols and synchronicities and also hear some of them for some of you who have the mediumship abilities. I also feel that it will help awaken those abilities within some of you as well, because you hadn't noticed it before, because you didn't take the time to slow down for half a second and to open up. I feel like taking that much time to go within with meditation is going to help you open that door to spirit that most needs to be opened. And I feel like with some of you, there's been a lot of coins. Some of you, like for myself included, I see hearts everywhere. I have pictures of them. If you guys would like, I can always post some of them in my community post. I do have a few ones that I won't share because they're hearts that were in blood. Just to put that out there. But regardless, I see hearts. There's always hearts, and I've been seeing them for over 10 years now. And they're always messages from spirit to let me know that they're right there with me and that I need to snap out and pay attention and to be aware and present. It always brings me out of whatever cycle or thought that I'm in. It gets my attention immediately because I'm very ADD. Trust me when I tell you I'm ADD. It's like, oh, shiny. Oh, colors. That type of deal for me. It's really bad some days. But regardless, it's really cool. It's a phenomenon that I kind of love taking pictures of. I have some old pictures on my Instagram from years ago from my Legend of Fluffy. That profile has some that are from a while ago, which I will go through and I will pull one of them and then I'll post it in the community post where I saw a sunflower on my way home from work one night because I had been working the night shift, and there was a heart literally in the middle of the sunflower that had grown with a bee near it. So I'll find that picture and then I'll post it in the community post later on for you guys to check it out. For some guidance for the rest of this month, we have laugh at your demons. So whatever's causing you stress, strife, or grief, or causing you to have a lot of emotional turmoil, they want you to take a second to kind of dissect it and realize that it's not as bad as it seems, and to kind of just laugh a little. Let the laughter raise your vibration. Let it make things a little bit lighthearted for you. Seek hidden treasure. Going within. They can't keep drilling it enough for some apparent reason for you guys. So I'm guessing some of you haven't been practicing meditation as much as you thought. Always 15 minutes before bed is usually what I try and strive for, but when I am stressed, yeah, that goes out the window for me. So I can just imagine how it goes out the window for you guys. Speaking of window, wasn't really thinking about that very much, but there's a window right there. But anyway, seeking the hidden gems and treasures within is going to be what's most needed over these next couple weeks, especially if you haven't been able to do so lately. Reach for the stars. Sky's the limit is exactly what I hear with this. I feel like if there's a goal, it's within your reach over these next few weeks. It is totally within reach. Don't count yourself out. Go for it. Try for it. And guess what? There's a heart. That's really funny. But there you go. Signs and synchronicities. Beautiful alignment. Okay. Seriously, that just tripped me out. 3 cards, just like pile number 2, with the same exact pattern, and 3 hearts. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So these 2 cards read, reflect on your truth, face your adversities. So stare fear in the face and think about who you truly are and reflect who you truly are to the outside. And don't forget to be authentically you. Speak your truth, share your truth, shine your light. And I feel like that will be the best advice for the next couple of weeks for you guys. So definitely, if you guys have symbols down that you guys get, like hearts, butterflies, coins, flowers, whatever your symbols are that Spirit likes to share with you, drop those below in the comments and feel free to share those with me. Also, if you like this video and these messages resonate with you, feel free to give this video a big thumbs up. It does help my channel out. And I want to say thank you guys so much for liking and subscribing and sharing my videos and subscribing to my channel. You guys are truly amazing. I love you guys all. Have a blessed one, and I will see you next reading.